In this video, I want to discuss the shooting in America. And obviously, lives were lost and people were wounded. And it's not good when you resort to violence. Any form of violence is wrong. And we must always preach against violence of this nature. We should all walk in love and in peace. However, what I remembered saying to a friend of mine when I heard about this news, the first thing I said was that you can guarantee that the people or persons responsible were not heterosexual and they were not Christians. And you know, my friend, she wasn't shocked when I said that to her, right? Because if you look at the history of hate crimes that are done, do you remember the hate crime that was done to where was it now? It was a couple of years ago. And it turned, although it was a Muslim guy, but it turned out he was using gay clubs. You know, oh God, where was it now? You probably write it down and let me know, okay? But I think it was a bombing. Was it Orlando? And I think it was a Muslim, right? However, they later discovered that this man who was responsible for the firebombing actually were using gay clubs, you know. And but what I find interesting is this. Now, because all over the media, they couldn't wait to sing and dance that the LGBTQ needed more rights. And what they'll do, they're hoping that people forget that the person responsible was actually defined themselves as non-binary. They were part of that world. But still, the narrative will still run. You know, in fact, a lot of crimes that are carried out, you know, because there's a difference between preaching the gospel, preaching from Corinthians and Romans. There's a difference to actually going out there and carrying out criminal action. You know, there's a total difference. You can preach the gospel, you can preach, you know, what is right and wrong. But going out there and fighting somebody, you know, executing violence is totally, you know, not Christian. You know, we should turn the other cheek. However, what's interesting is that if you look at the pattern of those who target the LGBT community, they're not Christians. They're seldom Christians. Yet Christianity receives more attacks from the LGBTQ world than any other group. You know, you see, I'm a Christian, and you know, obviously I believe in the Bible 100%. I don't water it down. But you would not see me going up there trying to fight a gay person. I wouldn't. If I saw a gay person, you know, or lesbian being beaten up, I would help them. Because the Christ that lives in you, that is love, will help your fellow human being. So if you're a genuine Christian, I don't think you go out there looking for fights. You know, that's not the Christian message. It's like, if you're a Christian, you're supposed to be pro-Israel and go and fight Palestine. No, that's far right wing infiltrating Christianity and giving it a bad name. Okay? But if you look at the pattern, you would notice that a lot of crimes that are done towards LGBTQ seems, and survey and data can show this, seem to come from inside that own group. Just like black and black violence, black and black crimes are done more, are carried out more than the police, killing black people. Black people are more likely to die at the hand of themselves. We say Black Lives Matter, and we're killing each other, stabbing each other. The leftist, philosophy is failing. It's miserably failing, because the group that are more threatening towards themselves are the one. It's not like, I'm making sense. The group that is the group that has the biggest mouths tend to be more of a threat to themselves than the majority that they are, exposing. But it didn't surprise me in the slightest that the defendant was actually, non-binary or gay or lesbian. It didn't surprise me, because I said in advance to my friend, I said, I guarantee you, because what would you be doing there? Why would you go out there in the first place? If you know you're going to be offended, why go? Why go? It doesn't make sense. So it's obviously somebody who's struggling with their sexuality or whatever, and they went there, suddenly got attacked on guilt or something, and they did it. But however, just look at the data. Look at the data, and you will see, that Christians, genuine Christians, don't go out there, attacking people. You're more likely to be attacked from your own group, which is interesting. Because we're saying, oh, the big bad white man, he's coming for us, when the big bad white heterosexual, when really it's our own group that we're more likely to face more harm. So the leftist agenda is failing. The satanic agenda is failing. It's causing a lot of mischief, a lot of confusion. But in the end, the truth, as it always does come out. I hope you enjoyed this video, but I thought I wanted to get this off my chest, because it was interesting, because I knew straight away that it wasn't a heterosexual. I knew, because what would they be doing there in the first place? It doesn't make any sense. You're going to be offended by what you see. Why go? And the lawyer says, well, but the media, they'll keep pumping out, more LGBTQ rights. Well, not gay rights, not lesbian rights, but they'll promote trans rights. That's the new craze. They'll be obsessed with trans now, even though the crime was done by someone who is part of that world. This is how they control us. Wake up.